Hello everybody, I'm making this video with one intention, and that's to share to any of the new members who are on the wellness program here at Rossum Juices and Smoothies. So my name is David. You've most likely already talked with me. If not, then someone that you know has, because what I'm doing is I'm sending this video to all the new wellness members at Rossum Juices and Smoothies. We've got a wellness program that is trying to introduce or reintroduce an old/new medical system. Okay, in the US we have a reactive healthcare system, and in my opinion it's not healthcare, it's sick care. And in this country our doctors get paid when we're sick, and so in other countries like Japan, their doctors get paid when their patients are well. And as soon as the patients get sick, payment stops and the doctors are motivated to make their patients well. And so here in the USA, it's backwards. I call that sick care. They're keeping us sick. In my opinion, they've weaponized certain illnesses like cancer against us for financial gain. And my grandma's a breast cancer survivor. She went through chemo, she went through radiation. I have a lot of family and friends who have suffered from cancer and many, many other illnesses. I come from a medical background myself. I was in the sick care industry. I was a participant in the sick care medical field, and it's chemically induced symptom management, plain and simple. And so it's Rockefeller Institutes. Those are the universities, Rockefeller Institutes. That's where the books are coming from. That's where our doctors are learning from. And so what about Rockefeller? What else do we know? Oil tycoon, right? So what are they doing? They're pumping the oil from the earth. They're separating all the different chemicals that they can from the oil, and they're putting that in our products, in our food, in our processed food, in our body creams and lotions and shampoos. And so that's a chemical-based system. Our healthcare, same thing. Our prescription drugs, they're chemical compounds, and they're all derived from the petroleum-based products that they're pumping from the earth. And so this is a petroleum-based system that we're living in. And we can even get in more depth into germ theory versus terrain theory. We're going to be talking a lot about this stuff because we're putting their products on our body and we're eating their food. And glyphosate, Monsanto was just purchased by Bayer Aspirin. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And we know about what's going on, but we're being told lies mostly. And so what we're trying to do is reintroduce truth. And a lot of that has to do with ancient indigenous ways, old ancient medicine, herbology, enzymology, virology. Why aren't we learning about viruses? What about the anatomy of a virus? How does it work? What's bacteria? What's the difference between virus and bacteria? How are we going to keep ourselves from getting sick? How are we going to boost our immune system? How are we going to detox what's in us out? How are we going to do it properly? How are we going to do it naturally? How are we going to do it without using their petroleum-based chemicals that they're selling to us? So we have to look back to our ancestors who did it before this petroleum problem became, an issue. And so that's what we're doing at Rossum Juices and Smoothies. If nature didn't make it, don't take it. We're trying to adopt as much of this as we can. We're the only licensed hemp kitchen on the Oregon coast as of right now. We're implementing our own hemp CBD products into the juices and smoothies. And that's one of the many things that we're doing on our wellness program. We've got Electrolyze reduced water, ionized, vibrationally structured water for your vibrationally structured body. Okay, so you are water, 75%. You are water and energy. You've got good vibes. I can feel it. And so what does that even mean, good vibes? It means that you have a vibration. It means that when you're hugging someone, your vibrations are synchronizing, they're harmonizing. Okay, and that's why when you really love somebody, a hug is like medicine. Why is it like medicine? Why can it lower your heart rate, lower your blood pressure? Why can it lower your respirations? Because of the vibration. And so love is powerful, and the heart has a very powerful vibration, even stronger than the brain. And so your body is a biological antenna, and it's always transmitting no matter what. But what lowers that vibration? What lowers that energy output? Sugar, alcohol, fear, okay? Anger, resentment, shame, guilt. These things are going to lower your vibration. What we are offering here at the Juice Bar are things that are going to raise your vibration. Fruits are very, very high in vibration. They're the most high. And so if you consume these smoothies and you're adding Kangen water, which is electrolyzed reduced water, it's vibrationally structured, and we put it in every smoothie bowl. And so that's vibration. You need it in your body. It's all about the electrons. Okay, I've got a sort of a long presentation. I'm going to shorten it down as fast as I can. Do my best. Keep this short. It's very important information. Share it with your family and your friends, please. Okay, so here we go with the screen share. And you should be able to see my screen right now, right? I hope so. We'll see. So disclaimer, this video is not intended for medical purposes. It's going to be medical information. I have a medical background. I'm going to be talking about medical terminology. I'm going to simplify it as best as I can, okay? But this is not intended to cure, treat, diagnose, prevent any disease. It's for education purposes only. That was me. Here's my credibility. I was 320 pounds. That's my little baby, and this was in 2018, roughly April. I was 320 pounds. Okay, fast forward to December of 2018. Those are the same shorts. So the difference is the Kangen water, because in April when this picture was taken, the very next month is when I started drinking Kangen water. I started drinking it more than a gallon a day. And in 1 year, this was the difference. And so from 320 pounds to 205 pounds, which is where I sit about right now. And I had high blood pressure before. I had chronic insomnia, chronic depression, anxiety, suicidal, ideology and ideation. I attempted, more than once. My health was not well. I was not well physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and it showed in every aspect of my life. And I was a caregiver, and so I was pouring from an empty cup. I said all the time that, as a waiter, your responsibility is to keep everybody else full, but you can't keep pouring everybody else if your pitcher's empty. And so my pitcher ran dry, and I almost ended my life because of it until I found Kangen water. And so 7 different types of water this machine will make. And at the Juice Bar, we share 3 of the drinking waters, the 8.5, the 9, and the 9.5. And so we also give away the beauty water, not by the gallons, but if you want to try it in little spray bottles, you're more than welcome. And so that's the natural pH of your skin. Your skin is supposed to be at about a 5.5 to 6.0. That's what your chemical petroleum-based creams are doing, but they're doing it chemically. This is using vibrationally structured water. That's all it is electrolyzed reduced water. And its pH stands for potential hydrogen. So, that's it. And these are an investment. This is a medical device. I'm not going to kid around or beat around the bush, because in Japan, you can find these in the hospitals and the clinics as well as the people's homes. And so this is an investment, but it's a medical device, and it has been for over 45 years in Japan, where they have a preventative healthcare system. Here we have a reactive sick care system, so we're not going to know about this type of technology until 2020, clear vision. Here I am talking about it, and a lot of other people are too. And so we've got the SD501, the $3,980 one. We've got 2 of them up front in the Juice Bar, and we're sharing water constantly all day long. And my grandparents have the K8, which is 1 more additional plate, higher antioxidant output, higher electrical charge, higher vibration, better quality water. That's your Mercedes-Benz of water ionizers, and it's a medical device in Japan. Okay, so the reason why is because their FDA, their Japanese Association of Preventative Medicine, approves this as a medical device. It's got all the ISOs, all the certificates, everything that it needs over there to be certified. Here, our FDA is not going to approve this type of stuff. Okay, it's a sick care system. All right, and the American Anti-Cancer Institute, Robert Wright, the leader of that group, has recommended this particular company as the ionizer of choice. And he's tested all the ionizers. He's done the research. His group has done the lab studies. They've gone and done all the heavy, hard work. And so they recommend Kangen water as the ionized, vibrationally structured water of choice to treat cancer. And so and they've put out a call, if any of you other companies claim to be as good or better, then send me your water and we'll test it. Send me your machine, we'll test it. And nobody does, and they can't. And so they're paying for the advertisements that claim to be as good or better, but their water can't, once they get into the ring with Kangen, it just can't match up. And so it's the quality control assurance. And this is the book, Killing Cancer, Not People, Robert G. Wright. Look it up. Everybody, at least me and everyone that I know, knows someone who's had cancer. And it's been weaponized against us for financial gain. And so this water can be found all over the world. And this company is operating in, just look at that, 170 countries and growing. And so let's talk about your vibration again. Your heart's going to resonate that vibration stronger than anything else. So love is where we're coming from right now. Love is the vibration. Gratitude. We're thankful. We're thankful for everything, but not for this sick care system. So how are we going to raise our vibration? We're going to meditate. We're going to give. We're going to show gratitude. We're going to help others. And that's what we're doing. We're sharing water. We're giving away as much water as we can. We've got the wellness program. We're doing education. We're giving mad discounts at the juice bar constantly. And the water's just flowing all day long. And so we've got resonance analysis therapy. We've got frequency, vibration technology now that we can analyze your vibration. We've got a lot of stuff here at the juice bar. And these are other ways you can raise your vibration. Say raising your vibration, gratitude, kindness, love, joy, passion, all of these things. But look at lowering your vibration. Junk food, okay? Sugar has free radicals, scavengers. Hard alcohol, like I said, the quickest way to lower your vibration, alcohol. And okay, essential. How about all those liquor stores that stayed open during all this BS? Essential, quickest way to lower your vibration. Non-essential, in my opinion. So Walmart, what do they have? Same thing, all a bunch of junk stuff. And so essential. These are ways that you're going to lower your vibration. What is that going to do? That's going to make you susceptible to illness. If you lower your vibration, you lower your immune system. And what does that do? Okay, you're covering your mouth. You're giving yourself COPD, chronic obstructed pulmonary disorder. Okay, not only are you lowering your immune system by covering your mouth and decreasing the flow of oxygen, but you're consuming products that contain free radical scavengers that will lower your vibration no matter what. We're all afraid. We're worried. We're confused. These things are going to lower your vibration. We're kept indoors. Decreased vitamin D lowered your vibration. We're surrounded by TVs and our devices because what else is there to do? That EMF, that electromagnetic frequency, is going to lower your vibration. And so this is a vibrational warfare, if you can look at it that way. What's going on right now is vibrational warfare, among many, many other things. But what is a free radical? I just mentioned. It contributes to lowering your vibration is what it does, because it's an electron stealer, and your body does not produce electrons. So you got to hold on to them. An unstable molecule searching or scavenging for free electrons. What does Kangen water have? An abundance of free electrons. That's why it works, because if you can deposit the electrons, then all these withdrawals, you want to keep a positive balance in your account. And if you're constantly making withdrawals, but you're not making deposits, then you're going to be overdrawn at a cellular level. And that's not good for anybody. And so these EMFs, all of these technology devices that we have, they're going to decrease cellular voltage. Proven fact. Look it up. Don't look on Google. They probably removed it by now. Okay. PubMed, lots of good information on PubMed, but we pretty much already know this stuff. We've been worried about microwaves for a long time, and this is why. It decreases cellular voltage. It increases oxidative stress. It increases free radical damage. And Wuhan, China was the first place to go live with 5G. So what is that going to do? It's going to increase free radical scavengers. It's going to increase oxidative stress. It's going to increase acidity at a cellular level. It's going to make people very sick very fast, okay? So these are also sources of free radical generating substances. Any of your processed foods, any of your artificial sweeteners, your alcohol, your tobacco, your pesticides, your air pollution. So anybody living in a city, but what's not on this list is stress, okay? As soon as you're stressed, your body goes into what's called flight or fight, right? Everybody knows that. So what does that mean? The first domino that falls is your body starts to produce cortisol, and that's going to lower your immune system. But aside from that, we need to be worried about these free radical scavengers. They're going to steal your electrons. When that happens, it creates oxidative stress, just like the apple. The air contains free radical scavengers. When you cut the apple, it starts to turn brown because it's an oxidative process. Same thing like at a cellular level. When we're exposed to free radical scavengers, they're going to steal your electron, and that's going to send you down a domino effect towards illness, okay, towards inflammation. When the cell, okay, here's an anatomy of the cell. When that cell membrane starts to oxidize, okay, right now it's supposed to be semi-permeable. Water goes in, toxins go out. It's a process called cellular respiration. Look it up. When an fat oxidizes, this is what it looks like. It becomes hard and sticky. The outside of your cell membrane, it's made up of fat. So then when it becomes hard and sticky, water cannot come in and toxins cannot go out. And so then the cell starts to die. It becomes an unhealthy cell, and the voltage begins to drop. Your vibration drops, it decreases. It's inevitable. And so when your cellular vibration drops, okay, look at that, negative 70 millivolts. You see negative 70 millivolts? That's a young, healthy cell. That's where it should be. But when it drops to negative 50, that's an aging sick cell. And then aches and pains, inflammation, edema, blood loss, tumor, negative 15. That's where cancer lives, right there. You decrease that cellular voltage, you get cancer. So what decreases cellular voltage? What can we remove from our lifestyle that decreases cellular voltage? Okay, we can remove Dasani, because right there I can prove with an ORP meter, oxidation reduction potential. Stand by, please. This message has been brought to you by Enagic and Rossum Juice Bar. Okay, so Dasani has a positive ORP, which means it's going to oxidize. Enagic Kangen water has a negative ORP, which means it's anti-oxidizing. And that's what this means right here. Your vitamin C is negative 100. So what did we say about the healthy cell? Negative 15 is cancer. Excuse me. You've got this negative 50 is an aging sick cell. So what happens when it gets down to negative 50 is when you start to get sick. So at negative 100, that's vitamin C. That's why we take vitamin C when we get sick. Negative 200, pure green tea. Cod liver oil, Kangen water over here at negative 400 to negative 800, depending on the machine. That K8 can get that high. That's really, really high anti-oxidizing, because at negative 70 is a young, healthy cell. So if we can produce negative 800, then that's even better. It's like 8,000 times better. And so down here, tap water, bottled water is positive. That's oxidizing. Here's one apple sprayed with Kangen and one apple sprayed with tap water, and you see the difference. Excuse me. Oxidative process. Okay, so Kangen water is going to reduce oxidation at a cellular level, even for the fruits. So this box water, they say that box water is better. Nope, I tested it with my ORP meter. It's positive, got up to 230, and it's acidic. It's oxidizing. It's going to promote oxidation within the body. All your bottled water is oxidizing. Your smart water, your essential water, no matter what it is, if it's bottled and you buy it in the store, it's oxidizing. They could put alkaline minerals in your essential water and claim that it's alkaline. And that might be true, but it's not going to help you. And it's still going to oxidize you at a cellular level. So I wouldn't do it. Free radical oxidative stress causes all of these things. Pause the video if you need to take a look, because your friends and your family most likely have more than one of these things. And that's our sick care system right there for you. So you cannot eat enough fruits and vegetables in a day to get anywhere near the antioxidants in Kangen water. 12 pounds of broccoli. I've never eaten 12 pounds of broccoli in one day. Never. I never will. And so, but I can drink 1 glass of water. I do a gallon, and that's way more than 12 pounds of broccoli. So you're acidic, you're alkaline, you're going to want to reduce acidity in the body. Type 2 diabetes, hyperketoacidosis. Too many acids, dairy, sugar, stress, all acidic. Alcohol, tobacco, acidic. If you're diabetic and you're drinking dairy and you're smoking and you're drinking and you're worried about all this stuff, then you're acidic and your diabetes is probably out of control and your feet are probably starting to swell. Your toes are getting numb. Who knows what else? But reduce the acids in your body and you might reduce the symptoms, and who knows what could change your quality of life. So how do you know if you're acidic? Look at all that. Acne, muscular joint pain, low energy. Sound like you're diabetics. Low energy because your blood sugar's dropping, or who knows what else, maybe your cold sores, depression. I was depressed chronically, 15 years. Crohn's disease, Hodgkin's disease, lupus, scleroderma. I had a friend whose daughter had scleroderma, almost died until she started drinking this water. Then she started drinking the water and her symptoms started going away. Her body began to heal itself because illness can only thrive in an acidic environment. And that environment is your cell. And so just like we showed before, when the cell begins to die, you can't reverse. What are you going to do? And so when you have too much acids, what happens? Your body's always going to maintain balance. It's always going to maintain homeostasis. And so it needs to neutralize those acids by pulling alkaline minerals from your bones, from your hips. And so if I've got a friend who's on well water right now, and they're thinking that the minerals in the well water are so imbalanced that they're pulling minerals from his body, and he's having severe hip pain. And so if his well water, let's say, for example, is high in a particular mineral and he's drinking it or showering in it, then his body is going to have to maintain balance, and it's going to do that automatically. It does it naturally. So if he's high in iron, his body's going to have to maintain that balance somehow, and it's going to pull minerals from his bones. The same thing happens when you have too high of an acidic diet. If you're drinking soda, if you're drinking alcohol, tobacco, all this stuff, red meat, where's your, think about gout and arthritis. But, osteoporosis. They said milk builds strong bones, right? Drink your milk, but it's acidic. And the more milk you drink, the more calcium they're going to pull from your bones to neutralize the acids in the milk. And so the opposite occurs, and you get weak bones. And that's why, when I took care of the elderly, it was very easy for them, especially on the ambulance. We do a ground level fall on an elderly patient, and you can almost guarantee there's a hip injury. And so it's most likely due to an acidic diet over a long period of time. It's going to pull calcium from the bones, and then it's going to degrade the bones over time. It's very simple. And so let's avoid that by reducing the acids and increasing alkaline, like vegetables, fruits, okay, and electrolyzed, ionized, reduced water, So every single person who has cancer has a pH that's too acidic. That's not me. That's been proven. Okay, every one of us is born alkaline. We all die acidic. And that's why babies smell good and nursing homes don't. Because the issues that we deal with later on in life in the nursing homes are generally due to too many acids in the body. Okay, and so every human illness, there's a plant that there's a cure for every illness. Every illness has an herb for a cure. Okay, but we are not taught that in our sick care system. We are, sold these chemical compounds that are meant to do what the herbs are naturally able to do. And so why not just do what we're compatible for our body? I've been telling people all the time, why don't you put vegetable oil in your car? It says oil. It's probably the same, right? It should work, but it doesn't. And why don't we give Kool-Aid to our plants? It's mostly water. It should work, right? It's mostly water, but it's not compatible for the plants. And I think the reason why we don't give Kool-Aid to our plants, but we do give Kool-Aid to our kids, is because the plants will die in a couple weeks. And our kids we're not going to see the effects in them for decades. But what about autism? What about ADHD? What about all of these behavioral disorders that all of our kids are getting diagnosed with? And they're getting put on all these medications. And it's most likely due to the fact that we're giving them things that aren't compatible for their little bodies. And their little bodies, they're in constant turmoil, trying to maintain that homeostasis, trying to maintain that balance. It's very difficult for a little human body to maintain balance when it's constantly in chaos. And so take a look at this picture and just understand that everything that we need, it comes in plant form. It doesn't need to be chemically based. And so you're not sick, you might be thirsty, and hunger pains most likely could be dehydration. And a dry mouth, thirst, is sometimes the last sign of dehydration. So what can we do? We can use microclustered water to hydrate our body and increase our ability to function as a human being, because we're primarily water. We need to stay hydrated. It's very important. And so this machine, this water, we can talk about the machine later, but it makes a bunch of different waters, and some of them are for cleaning. This one is a veggie wash. It's a laundry detergent, makeup remover. Okay, there's a lot of things listed there. You can pause the video. The veggie wash, look at those tomatoes. Look at that. I didn't do that. Like, close that. What an amateur. So that is all pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. They're all oil-based. Your tap water will not wash them off. Not going to happen, because water and oil don't mix. But this isn't normal water. This isn't like what you got coming out of your tap. This is strong Kangen 11.5. It emulsifies oils. I can prove it time and time again. All the vegetables and the fruits that we wash at the juice bar are washed with the 11.5, and every time the water looks just like this. It's gross. Trust me. You don't want to know. And so there you go, strawberries, same thing. So they're going to spray your food like that, and then we're going to eat it, and it's not going to make us healthy. Those pesticides, side means death. Side means death. And so that's death of your good bacteria in your lower digestive system. And so then we're going to have an unbalanced digestive system. We're going to be enzyme deficient. We're going to have bacteria in our body that it doesn't belong. And we're not going to, think about putting probiotics. And we're going to trust that we're doing the right thing by eating our fruits, but we're not getting the pesticides off. And that's a problem for us. And we're generally sick because of this reason. And you can blame glyphosate. You can blame Monsanto. You can blame Bayer aspirin now, because now they're going to be doing something nefarious, I'm sure. And so your 2.5 strong acidic is another water that the machine makes, and it uses, it's like a hypochlorous acid. It basically breaks down and dissolves protein molecules. And so if you have cat throw up on your carpet, and that cat throw up is like been there for 4 years and you can't get it out, spray some 2.5, it breaks down and dissolves the protein molecules, which is primarily what your throw up and your fecal matter and such stuff is. I have a friend that uses the 2.5 to wash her reusable baby diapers. And so she soaks them in the 2.5, kills all the bacteria, breaks down all the protein molecules. Then she washes it in the 11.5 in the washer like her normal detergent. And those baby diapers come out looking good as new. And so you can kill the bacteria and emulsify the oils using the 11.5 and the 2.5. Very, 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 very eco-friendly, chemical-free. Okay. And so these are all the things. Press pause on the video if you need to look. And 6.0 beauty water, same pH as your face, same pH as your hair, like I said before. And these are the machines. So if you have any questions about the machines, please ask whoever your Kangen water distributor is. There's quite a few here in Bandon now. We've got lots of people in the area sharing water. First they started out here at the juice bar sharing water. They've purchased their machines and now they're sharing water, and that's how the business goes. You purchase a machine, you share the water, and it's like a ripple effect. And so every single one of us is 75% water. Every single one of us should be drinking a water that is living water, because you're a living person, hopefully. And the water that we have in the bottled form is dead water. Tap water, dead water, chlorinated. It's got, a bunch of stuff in there that you don't want. So well water, generally high in heavy metals, generally acidic, very acidic, and so not good for your body. Let me know if there's if questions you have, email, text, whatever you need, let me know, please, because I want to be able to help you. Here at the Juice Bar, we've got the Wellness Center, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.